Hey everybody, it's India with Back to Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic for today, as you can see from the title, and we're going to be talking about matches fashion, but not in the way that you expect to. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so by now you probably have heard about the financial troubles that matches fashion has been in. And so quick spiel here. Anytime I talk about an article, blog post, reference something, it will be linked in the box down below. So if you see three dots lined up, click that. That should expand out, show you the links to the articles, channels, or whatever I am going to reference. Or if it says more, that's the same area, click that. I don't know how it shows up on TVs, but anyway, so just look at that area for more information, because I encourage you to read these articles. Shout out to Jessie Styles, because in February, she had mentioned Matches Fashion having financial troubles, and that was the first time I had heard about it. She correctly predicted that due to the financial troubles, they would probably be increasing their discounts over time, which at that time, that discounts on their website was, I think, about 10 or 15%. Now, fast forward to just yesterday when I checked, Matches Fashion is now up to 70% off. I remember when I did a community post, Matches Fashion was at 20% off. So the perspective that I want to talk about here, I'm not a finance major, I'm not a business major, but I do want to shed light. I think we should shed light on the piece of this, is that the other side of when a company goes out of business. The consumer side, we are benefiting greatly. We're getting discounts, what have you, on items that we would have probably purchased brand new, and you get a significant savings. However, the other side of this is you have people who have lost their jobs. You also have small businesses, independent brands who could possibly go out of business or severely struggle due to the Matches Fashion company going into administration. Okay, so first up, let me just say that in March, the owners of Matches Fashion made an official announcement confirming that the company was going into administration. So there was no more rumors. It was confirmed. Now, with that said, I did see in one of the articles that will be linked below, a senior member from Matches Fashion, I think a senior management person or someone of that nature at the company, did tell one of the articles that I will have linked that they did not find out that they were losing their jobs or that the company was in trouble until they saw a post on Instagram, which is very unfortunate, because you have all of these people who have either already lost their jobs or will potentially lose their jobs. I'm sorry, my phone is dinging. My mom keeps texting me, and I forgot to put my phone back on mute. So hopefully it doesn't keep dinging. Okay, so on one side, when you see that a company is going out of business, that is the unfortunate situation, is that people are losing their way of life, their income, and all of those things. And it's nothing to feel light about. And I'm not doing this to make people feel bad about shopping the Matches Fashion sale. Complete transparency, I placed an order when I saw a necklace that was at 40% off. It should be here tomorrow. So I'm not saying you shouldn't buy, but I do want to shed light on the other side of this consumer benefit that we're getting by getting items at a significantly discounted price. That's all. Shout out also to Understitch. Their video will be linked in the description box. Also, check out their video where they talk about the history of Matches Fashion. It's about 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, next up. So a brief history on Matches Fashion, if you have not heard of them before. It is a company that started in the 80s as a brick and mortar store, obviously, because in the 80s. So a lot of stores did not have websites or anything like that. And so it was a brick and mortar store that started in Wimbledon, and the founders are Tom and Ruth Chapman. The fact that they have been able to create such a big brand, a company that has lasted for the amount of time that it has. Granted, it's not a company that's been around for maybe 100 years or 60 years, but to be around from the 80s is still no small accomplishment at all. And so it is sad that this company is closing. They became quickly well known for having a curated mix of established brands as well as up and coming brands. So they really knew their customer and learned their customer Understitch definitely highlighted that as well in their video. So make sure you check it out. Moving on to the impact. So I had saw an article where Victoria Beckham was requesting her items back. So Victoria Beckham, who is one part of the Spice Girls, and she has her own fashion label, which has been out for probably about a decade at this point now. Very high fashion, luxury fashion label. And so she's asked for her products back. I think they said about 60 or 80. I can't remember the exact number, but somewhere in that range of items that she had given stock to Matches Fashion for. And so she was requesting those items back now that the company is in administration. So companies like hers, like Matches Fashion did sell like large brands like Loewe, and you saw Totem. So you saw those large brands, but then also like a company like Victoria Beckham, I think would be considered a small brand. I'm assuming. Let me know. I haven't looked up too much on Victoria Beckham's company, but other small brands that are staffed or not staffed, but are giving them product are now in jeopardy because of this. And especially if it's a company that it's a small company and Matches Fashion was a significant portion of their sales. One of the reasons why is because I don't know how the agreements work. How, if someone that's familiar with this topic, throw it in the comments down below. I would definitely appreciate it. So for example, Matches Fashion between March and May has gone from 10% off to 70% off of some items. And so I don't know what that agreement is. Like, let's say, for example, I gave stock to Matches Fashion to sell this shirt and it sold for $100 and now it's 70% off. Do I get the portion of the $100 that we had agreement with if it sold full price? Or do I now only get a portion of it at the 70% off marker now that it's 70% off? That's a significant decline to a small business. Any business for that matter, especially in the economy that we're in, but really for a small independent company that really like nothing can go wrong or hardly anything can go wrong before it just puts you in a downward spiral. So that is something to think about. I know that there are some articles that I read where small independent companies have said this is very stressful. They said that they initially did have and this is just my opinion. I'm recapping what I gathered from these articles. So definitely make sure you read these yourself. This is just strictly my opinion on this. So Matches Fashion, for a long period of time, the companies that were working with Matches Fashion, supplying them with stock, did have a good relationship with them and they did well. Matches Fashion had a good record of paying. But now, and originally those payment terms were 60 days. I don't know if that's for everybody, but one of the people that were interviewed said that the payment window was 60 days after stock had been provided. Now, there's a jewelry company in one of the articles I read called Ottenberg, I believe is how you say the name. And actually, shout out to Fashions Without Limitations. She talked about, I think, 2 necklaces that she had gotten from them. Matches Fashion, I believe, actually. And so they had created a capsule collection for Matches Fashion. One of their concerns is, one, to get paid, period. And then 2, also, if now they're in this situation where they're going out of business, they get their stock back. These items that they created for the capsule collection, if in fact those were created for the Matches Fashion customer in mind. And granted, that same person can also be at Harrods and shop there, or shop at Farfetch or Nordstrom or wherever, but it doesn't mean that it will equally translate to another point of sale because that specific customer was in mind. Really trying to say, hopefully this makes sense, is that you could have the same people shopping amongst different brands, but you also have some people that are very specific to a company, like just shop that company for certain things. So it may not translate over, especially if they spent time, money, materials creating something specifically for a company and now that company's out of business. But like I said, I believe I said this before, these smaller companies are stressed pretty much right now because first off, they're wondering if they're going to get paid, and if they're going to get paid, how much, because they likely feel like the larger companies are going to get their money first and then they'll be kind of put on the back burner and get paid out when they can. I believe that one of the articles I read, they said that usually the payment terms, like I said, was 60 days. And they were told by the company that purchased Matches Fashion that due to the restructuring that the payments will be delayed, but they weren't told when. So that is definitely something that I just wanted to shed light on, because on the other side of this, we're getting great deals, but on the other side of this, people have lost their jobs, unfortunately. And then also people's businesses, people's livelihoods are potentially in jeopardy due to this unfortunate situation where a company has gone out of business or gone into administration, is what I should say. I don't know whether there's a difference. Let me know if is there a difference between administration and out of business, or is that just something equivalent because this is a company in the UK? I know a lot of times we'll say going out of business, like Chapter 11. I don't know if those are the same thing, but let me know down below if you guys know. I did ask my community, and it is time for a little bit of some what I like, what I have been enjoying. So these two bottles here I wanted to share with you all. So I have been on a journey because I don't really drink alcohol that often. And so this is another non-alcoholic beverage that I have picked up. I first saw this at Home Goods. They do sell it. I did find the website, so I'm glad, because if I can't get it from Home Goods, I can get it from that website again. Of course, it'll be a little bit more expensive, but this one's called Amethyst. It is a non-alcoholic botanical spirit is what they call it. It kind of looks like vodka or tequila, kind of like the coloring or whatever. I would assume vodka because of the shape of the bottle. But anyway, this one is blueberry ginger mint, and it has a great flavor. And this is how much I've drunk in the past, like 2 weeks since I've opened this bottle. When I first opened it, I poured some in my tea to add some extra flavor to it every day after then. So if this was an alcoholic beverage, I think my husband would be concerned. Not in general for anybody else. This is just for me, because this would be a lot of alcohol for me if this was an alcoholic beverage. So I've drank a lot of this, and it's really good. The other bottle I want to try, this is a small company, and they are called Giselle Wine here. So let me show you on the website. I will link the website down below. It is a small company, husband and wife team, and they're pretty young, and they have their own wine company. And we tried the peach. This is the apricot that we have sitting there. So I don't drink wine that often, so it's been sitting for a while, and I was like, let me go ahead and drink this wine. So I have had the apricot before, but definitely check it out if you want to try a small company. And if you like sweet wines, I will also say, yeah, definitely try it out. The peach one's good, and one day we will get to the apricot. So that is what I have been enjoying. Want to share with you, and hopefully you guys will check it out too. Also, I want to share. First off, congratulations to the Gal's Guide. I decided to go ahead and unbox this. This puppy came today, and I know Melissa Adams Wade had done a video, so I decided the car fell in for. She did amazing with this packaging and boxes, and it's very reasonably priced. Like reasonably priced. These are so cute. And when I say reasonably priced, like how do you get all this and this is only 20 something dollars? So both of these with taxes and shipping, the bundles, two bundles of these things, $53. Like amazing. These are too cute. So let me just open the first one. These are so cute. Oh, it opens up really wide. That can hold a lot. And here they are. So I'm so excited to try these out. Congratulations to her. It is so cool when you see somebody, I don't even know her personally or anything like that, but just, someone in our handbag community that has made a great, useful product. I absolutely want to support. I definitely want to support like an item that I can definitely use. So these are so cute. I got the gray gunmetal kind that are here. So I'm going to check. Just stuck the thing. Try those out, and let me show you the other one. I got black. So here are the black ones. Those little bags are too cute. If I did not have that little purple bag back there, I would carry this one. Ooh, these magnets, child, are strong. So this is the black pair. So congratulations to the Gals Guide. Check out her website. I will link her website also down below as well. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye.